let's go here, Kelvin. Last night, it was a bummer. I don't care what anybody says. It was a bummer.
Yeah, man.
JuJu Watkins, the world stopped for 2 seconds.
It did, dude. Everybody
really did.
So I'm all excited, because the game started 7 Pacific time. So, we're like, all right, cool. We get off.
We get to watch it.
Getting ready to go watch this. Get home. Boom. I'm like, wait, what? What just happened? And JuJu goes down the first quarter on a fast break. Couple girls kind of, trailing her, trying to stop her.
And there was nothing
No,
doing.
nothing. Let's be clear. Nothing foul. She's going in the hole. And
they're playing defense.
Yeah, they weren't even fouling her. Just on the sides of her, both sides, and she kind of, it looked like her right leg just planted wrong, and that thing just gave out, man. And she tore her right ACL, season-ending surgery, was down for a while, and obviously a lot of pain. And just the day before, everybody was having the conversation about her and Jaden Daniels and his mom kind of, coming in the middle of them, having fun with it. It was a cute little story.
His mom put the kibosh. She was like,
she did.
Hold on.
Like, you see the point? She said, listen, we're all being professional mouth leaders. It looked like she was like, boy, hey, focus, straight ahead. Straight ahead. Because remember, his mom came in with him and was like, no girls. First thing she told him, no girls. But everybody's like, Mom, that's JuJu. That ain't like some little floozy trying to get with your son. That's JuJu. She's self-made. But some point of bringing that up is it's just amazing how life can go. Just 24 hours earlier, give or take, couple, 2 or 3, a day or two. She's sitting there watching games, hanging out with Jaden Daniels. We're all having a little fun on social media about were they flirting with each other or not, or are they just friends? And that was like the cute little fun story. Then the next day or two, boom, she's out for the season. Had an incredible sophomore season, breaking all types of records. First team this, first team that, Big Ten Player of the Year. I mean, just doing what JuJu has done, 25 a game, looks amazing. And so it was difficult because, there's Paige with UConn. You got Lauren Betts with UCLA. You got some player Flojane with LSU, some more, other players out there. But JuJu is JuJu. She's the face of college basketball, women's basketball, arguably college basketball, including the dudes. And to see her go down, it just took the wind out of the sail, not only for the Trojans, but just for women's college basketball. Like, oh, man, because you were looking forward to her getting to the Final Four, competing on a big stage. And listen, sports needs stars. And if you
especially women's basketball.
Yeah, and you look at all the success they had in 2023, then that goes incredibly. I mean, you look at there was an 89% jump in the national championship game from 2023 to 2024. Of course, when we had Caitlin and Iowa and LSU. South Carolina, I'm sorry. And so now the ratings, everybody was concerned about, they're going to go down this year. There's no Caitlin. There's no Angel Reese. There's no this. There's no that. There's no drama, per se. And that's not the case. They're putting up all these numbers right now, and they've done pretty doggone well this year.
It ain't her numbers. It ain't Caitlin's numbers.
No. Don't get it twisted.
I don't. And now you could just find you some reruns of the Golden Girls Marathon. I'm dead serious. With JuJu not involved, I know everybody trying to be nice and all this.
Don't do that, Rob.
It's a wrap.
No.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I'm not interested.
It's not a wrap.
It's a wrap. Women's college basketball tournament, it's a wrap. Because what the momentum that they had going with Caitlin last year, JuJu this year, right, in her pursuit of maybe winning a championship or getting to the final. Don't tell me that would have been back-to-back years. Oh, my God. This really puts a wet blanket over the women's basketball tournament. I don't care what anybody says. I've lost interest. I'm not interested now. I wanted to see JuJu. I did. And you know me. I'm not that big on women's basketball.
Right. But you want to see JuJu.
I did. And we know what Caitlin did. The one thing Chris and I talked about, you can say whatever you want. The numbers are undeniable that people wanted to see Caitlin Clark.
Dude, I was just literally looking
people were like
making,
they're just saying it's about. No. The numbers, her games went through the roof because she didn't play as a normal women's basketball player.
No, she was doing stuff we hadn't seen.
We had not seen from a woman's player.
Stuff that normally breaks the rules. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. I don't think it's over. You still got Paige out there with UConn. Like I said, you still got South Carolina.
I want North Carolina.
You gonna keep going?
Yeah,
you got
going.
LSU. You want Baby Boo or something? What you gonna say now?
No SU.
BYU, no SU.
No SU. I'm down.
UCLA, are they gonna get it done?
No. I'm not interested in
They got you Lauren Betts at UCLA. You don't like that? Can they finally get there and get it done? I mean, there's still some.
You're being nice. I know you are, and you're trying to sell it, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm not trying to sell it. I'll say this.
When you lose a player of that ilk.
Without a doubt. But the credit I'm going to give women's basketball for the last 2, 3, 4 seasons is that it is more than, you could argue men's basketball is Cooper Flag as far as notoriety. Now, there's some other team. If you love UConn, obviously they're out. But if you love, I love the Rick Pitino story, or I love
they're out.
They're out, but I'm just naming out, I want to see if Kelvin Sampson can finally do it Houston, or Izzo, does he finally get it done? Does Calipari finally get another one?
No.
Players outside of Cooper Flag, you really can't name too many players.
I got you.
And I would argue women's basketball has had more stars in the actual game of players.
You just gave me Paige and JuJu. Who else?
I gave you Paige. I gave you JuJu.
You didn't give me any name from South Carolina.
I gave you Flo. No, I can't give you any South Carolina.
Okay.
Flo Janae over there at LSU. She's on commercial. She's got commercials literally during these games. She's rapping. She's all over the place. I got Lauren Betts, 6'7" star at UCLA.
I know Mookie Betts. I'm just saying.
I'm not disagreeing. She's the star, Rob. But I would argue there's more stars in women's basketball.
I got hurt last night.
Listen, they're crying.
That's the one part
women's basketball is crying. I'm not going to lie. They were sick. First of all, we're all sick because it was just terrible. Like, it wasn't just like a bad ankle. Give her a few days, she'll be back. It was terrible. You saw the pain.
Worst possible scenario for her to be hurt, and that's going to probably take her, a year to get back?
A little, as we talked about with Ephraim, medicine is better nowadays. That used to be the death blow back when 80s, 90s basketball. You got an ACL, you could come back, but you were Penny Hardaway. You were all these other guys, never a shell of themselves. But now she can bounce back 8 months, give or take.
But you get my point. It's a blow coming off of Caitlin Clark. This could have been back-to-back years. It could have been where the numbers are through the roof.
And it was looking like she was going to have to
the further along that she went, I think there would have been even more interest. You know what I mean, for USC.
Yeah, and I think there was she was going to have to see Paige too, which would have been interesting. You know what I mean? To see if they if we could actually have that game where the two biggest stars actually link up. But that again, just a horrible blow, man. Absolutely a terrible. You just wouldn't design it that way. Like, you literally, that's the one we need. We need this star. But again, credit, I think there are still some college women's basketball stars out there and some teams that can still do all right with the numbers. They're going to go down because JuJu is a casual watch. Like, meaning people, I don't really know, but now JuJu's on, I'm going to watch that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's a big blow. I can't see how they're going to recover from this.
Are you saying even past this season?
I'm just talking about the momentum that was being built between Caitlin and JuJu is what I'm just saying this year. It's like a wet blanket over this. I'm telling you. I want to hear from people. Are you still interested? Or did you lose something? I thought women's college basketball took a big blow last night.
It took a body blow. We still in the fight is how I would view it.
So you're still looking to watch games.
Yeah, I'm definitely check in.
I'm not watching.
100%. I'm
not watching.
South Carolina's playing. I'm watching. LSU's playing. I'm gonna watch. Paige and UConn are playing. UCLA. I'm gonna put. Now I don't know every team. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm. But there's about 4 or 5 teams. I'm gonna peek in. Get home. You and I get home, or if it's on in the studio, I get home. I'll turn it on for But
the difference JuJu is must-see TV.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Must-see.
Paige is still must-see TV. South Carolina is still, because Dawn Staley, what they keep running through everybody all this the last 4 or 5 years. But Paige is the one. I mean, come on, I'm not lying. She was white hot. She was Steph Curry in 2014, 15, 16, 17, like that run where it was just, you got to see what Steph's going to do tonight. That was JuJu. She's just a great player, and it sucks to see that. And you're hoping in the speedy recovery and she can get back as fast as possible. But I still think people are going to watch.
I don't. I think that really, the ratings and what you were talking about, the ratings so far, this is going to hurt.
Yeah, they had, the real quick, the Selection
the
Sunday was the second highest they've ever had. Obviously, last year was 1.9 the year before, 1.7 this year. They had 15 games of 500,000 viewers, which was the highest ever. They're saying in this March Madness, obviously they haven't all the numbers yet, but it hasn't been a drop like ones would have thought. Without Caitlin, it's going to be a drop, and it hadn't been part of it because what you just mentioned, people want to see JuJu. So the numbers have been steady. And
I'm telling you, the numbers will not continue to be steady. It's going to be
a little drop
off.
again.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's a body blow in a fight, Rob. You got me. But it wasn't a kidney fade. I'm in it.
My kidneys hurt.
My arms dropped a little bit. You know, I got to block. I got to protect those. That's midsection. But I'm in the fight. I don't think it's over. I think people are still going to check in.
If I'm working, I'll be working you over with some barbecue ribs. That means there's blood in there.
Oh, I know what you're saying. No, I'm gonna keep it. I think people are going to keep it.
All right,
not 2, maybe an eye.
877-99 on Fox. Want to hear from you? 877-996-6369 on this Trash Talking Tuesday. It is the Odd Couple, Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington. And where are you? Have you lost interest with the injury to JuJu Watkins, like with the women's tournament, or are you still going to watch?
Still peep. They're going to peep a little bit.
Are you still involved or interested? Because I know I lost all my interest.
Well, that's because that's all you had with JuJu, Rob.
Yes.
That's all. But I'm saying I think a lot of hoop fans are still like, JuJu only adds to it. She's not the only.